Gary, thank you very much, and welcome everyone to Lamade Stadium, where they're dancing right now. The team from Pearland, Texas, in Auburn, Washington, and the Little League World Series mascot dugout leading the charge. The 2010 Little League World Series is, of course, being presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. The final game of our 3 games that we played today and tonight. And what is at stake? A lot. If you're the team from Washington, they have got to win tonight, and then they will play Texas again in an elimination game. Texas will advance to the United States Championship game with a victory tonight. And Washington was involved in a great game last night. Texas has been absolutely outstanding through the regionals, Bobby V, and through this Little League World Series. They have been the dominant team, the same way that Chinese Taipei has dominated the international bracket.
Exactly so, and I think it's all up to Bo. What Bo does and what his dad tells him to do, what his cousin Jake does. The Orlando boys are the guys.
The Orlando boys are the story for Texas. Bo and Jake are cousins, and as Bobby V just said, Mike is the father of Jake. So they have crushed the regionals together, and since they have gotten here, it's actually been the cousin Bo who has been obscene, going 429. His cousin Jake is only 6 for 6 in this Little League World Series. And now here is today's starting lineup. It's brought to you by Honda. The numbers on Texas. Bo Orlando leads off. He's hitting 429, but hit 750 in the regionals. This team put up some unbelievable numbers and have continued to do so here in Williamsport. All of them have the ability to hit a ball over the fence, and so far in their 2 games, they have scored 24 runs and given up 9. 4 of those 9 came on a late grand slam in a Minnesota game. So it may very well be up to Bo, but Bobby V, it's also going to be up to this guy. Not Casey at the bat, but Casey on the hill, Casey Manning.
Very hard throwing right-hander. If he has control, he might be just what the doctor ordered to shut down this Texas offense. Throws a very hard fastball, a good slider. Command is the issue.
His numbers in 2 games here in Williamsport, the 4 walks, you stretch it out to the regionals, and obviously those that follow Little League Baseball know you go through districts, and then you go through states, and then you go through regionals. His numbers in the regionals, he was 3-0, but again, 4 walks there and 18 strikeouts. An interesting story last night for Washington with regards to their pitching. Let's go down to Kyle for tonight's story.
Thank you, Rabbi. We've talked a lot about the pitch count and what Little League has brought in for the last couple of years. 20 is the magic number, and that's what they've kept Casey Manning and Isaiah Hatch at the last 2 nights for this Washington team. By keeping them at that number, it means that they're both eligible for tonight. Manning will start. We expect to see Hatch at some point. Where we see him, they can be dictated by the score of the game.
All right, you're seeing Isaiah Hatch right now, 4 for 4 with a home run and 2 RBIs last night. Bo Orlando leads things off. First pitch, it got him on the shoulder, and as Bobby talked about, that wildness that Casey Manning has exhibited shows up right away.
He has to forget about that and get right back on the mound, concentrate on that outside corner, and throw his fastball 68 to 71 miles an hour out there.
Right Toller, the number 2 hitter, hitting .571 here in the Little League World Series with a home run. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 1.
Now we're talking.
70 mile an hour on that pitch, and it equates to a 91 mile an hour fastball at the major league level. We'll explain that a little further in a second. On the second pitch, Toller swings and misses. It goes off the mask of the catcher. Nahaku behind the plate.
It's a very good fastball, as you say, equating to about 90, 91 miles an hour at the major league level. That's the reaction time that the hitter has to react to that 69 or 71 mile an hour fastball traveling 46 feet in Little League distance.
Full ball in the dirt, blocked by Nahaku behind the plate. And obviously, as we've talked about, if you're just joining us for the first time this week, nearly as important as the pitcher is the catcher. Base runners can't lead until the ball reaches the batter. Once the ball gets past the catcher, that's when you see stolen bases. Fastball to Toller, driven down the right field line and deep, but foul.
Can't be afraid of contact. Texas will swing the bats, but Manning has to establish that fastball, believe he can throw it, and he can, and he can be successful if he keeps it on the outside part of the plate.
Right Toller is actually somewhat of a switch hitter. He prefers to hit from the right side. He learned to switch hit last year as Jesus Gutierrez, who plays on this team. His dad's kind of a hitting coach. He wanted him to try switch hitting. The 1-2 on the fist. He fouls that one back as well.
Very nice delivery. 71 miles an hour here on the hands. These are two big teams competing in a very big game.
Curveball, that one is fouled off. So Manning's pitch count, something to keep your eye on right away. As Kyle said, perhaps he throws the 20 pitches and they go right to Isaiah Hatch. Maybe if no runs are across, he hasn't gotten a hit, he'll stay in the game. They've got to win tonight, then they need their good pitcher again tomorrow night because there'll be a rematch with this Texas team. Fastball in there, swing and a miss, strike 3. And 72 miles an hour on that pitch.
His best fastball thus far, down in the zone on the outer third. It's a swing and the miss, and that's a confidence builder. Throw it down there, feel it, get in the groove, and stay with it. I believe you could do it through the middle of this order.
The number 3 hitter, the shortstop, Jorge Gutierrez. 3 for 8 here in the World Series. He's got a home run. He had a home run in the regionals as well. Curveball sends him to the ground. Ball 1. Curveball that didn't curve.
And when you miss with a curveball like that, you're just telling the hitter, okay, get ready. This will be a fastball.
His nickname is Big Poppy. You can understand why. Fastball, and he lifts that one behind us and out of play.
It's a very hittable pitch because he left it inside. Even though it was fast, these young hitters are able to get the bat out, to get firm on the front side and get turned in order to hit that inside pitch.
At the 1-1 to the 3 hitter, Jorge Gutierrez. Curveball just stays high. His dad, I mentioned, is a part-time hitting coach, and there you see him. His dad, Jesus, drove to Williamsport from Houston because he wants to experience other parts of the United States. The secret really is he doesn't like to fly. Fastball misses past the catcher, and that's going to allow Orlando to go down to second base. Then they throw it behind him, and he stays on the base.
It's a nice drive just through from Texas. It's about 24 hours from Houston just to get out of the state.
Yeah.
And then he has some driving to do once he gets north of the border.
But he's here. We got a special pinch runner. Chris Leger comes in as Bo Orlando, the pitcher for Texas, gets a chance to kind of rest his legs before he's got to take them out. A team can use a player who's not in the batting order as a special pinch runner. You can only be special pinch run for once. Good curveball there, and Jorge Gutierrez swings and misses. Now 3-2.
3-1 fastball count after feeding him the fastballs and missing with a breaking ball. He throws his best breaking ball of the day, starting it at the middle of the plate and breaking it outside.
Another curveball. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 3 going down to third is Leger to throw down. Safe at third base. And coming home now, Leger. Safe at home. Aggressive play by the pinch runner, Chris Leger. And it's 1-0 Texas.
Well, they put him in the game to run, and run he did. Stopped after he crossed the plate. 1-0 Texas. Here it is. Bang, bang at third. Third baseman goes down and comes up throwing. Makes a good throw to home. Not caught, not tagged. 1-0.
And of course, this year we have used expanded instant replay. I wonder if that play at third base, if he was safe or out. I think that's certainly something that is worth a second look, and perhaps that's what the discussion is going to be on the mound. He may ask his third baseman, Chandler Mikulik, did you tag him?
Tag him before he got there.
Yeah, I think we're halfway to the base.
Okay. We're going to challenge it then. Okay?
Next time, catch it.
Yeah, that's a good one, too.
All right, so Kai Nahaku is going to come out. He's going to ask the umpire to perhaps confer with the other ones. Then he's going to say, we'd like to challenge.
Can you ask for help on this, please? On the tag here? Tag, right here. Can you ask for help? I believe he was tagged before he reached the base. Can you ask for help?
It's a Japanese third base umpire.
No, I want you to get help, please, from other umpires. Maybe they saw a better angle.
Might need an interpretation.
Tough angle there. You have to see if the glove got him and when it got him and where his foot is.
And remember, Carl, this has to be conclusive evidence that the call will be overturned. I think he was safe. He had it right at the beginning, and now in a very close game.
Does his foot come off the base at some point?
Very difficult. Very difficult.
Right? Boy, that's a tough one because it looks like at one point he lost contact with the base when the glove was on him.
It looked like that, but again, conclusive. It must be conclusive. Now, Coach Nahaku has a very interesting way of coaching. He usually goes...
I'd like to challenge that the tag was made at third prior to the run reached in base.
He usually asks his kids, what do you guys want to do? He comes up off the base as his right foot is up in the air. It'd be very difficult to call live, and I think it's even more difficult to call as we're here watching this replay. So it might have been a split hair.
Right there. That's the only question.
Split second that the right foot is off. Then you have to ask, is the left foot in when the right foot's off? Conclusive, this is not. I think the safe call will stand.
And a reminder again, expanded use of instant replay here at the Little League World Series. It applies only to the televised games. It's limited in the previous 2 years to those plays that should have resulted in a dead ball but were called otherwise by umps. Now, plays such as force outs, tags on the base pass, which is what we're looking at now, missed bases, and hit batters, all able to be challenged and reviewed. The managers can continue to challenge until a challenge fails. The significance here, unless this call is overturned, then Nahaku and Washington will no longer have the ability to challenge a call.
Unless he goes extra innings. Then he gets a new one?
He gets it.
Then it starts all over, I believe.
Challenge is reset in extra innings, yes. Correct. This is a good one because I think there was a split second where it appeared as if he lost contact with the base. And I don't know how you define conclusive. Is it difficult? Yes. But if he's not on the base and the glove's on him, then that's conclusive, right?
It's conclusive. I think if one of our cameras was right on the bag, we might be able to figure out if and is the left leg on the base when the right leg is off the base.
That's a good question.
That's the question.
And the people down in the booth are looking at it at different angles. But
is his left foot touching the base right there
so.
As the right foot is off the base?
I would think it slides in.
And the more we do the thinking, and I don't think
means
that
it's
means
inconclusive.
It's inconclusive.
It's very possible.
We'll see. This is the longest delay we've had to try to make a determination.
It's either going to be 1-0 or 0-0.
But even more than the run, I think the challenge will be gone if, in fact, the run is on the board.
The video is inconclusive, so the call's going to stand.
Okay, sorry, Coach.
You see the frustration on the manager, Kai Nahaku, and certainly on the third baseman, Chandler Nicholas. So let's review what has happened so far. 10 replay reviews. 4 of the calls have been overturned with the use of instant replay. So Texas is on top 1-0. As Chris Leger came in as a special pinch runner. And that was a fairly aggressive play, by the way, with the third baseman, 2.5 feet from the base.
Can't believe he got up and he ran.
And he ran.
Yeah, he was a pinch runner. Remember that.
He was a pinch runner, is right. Mason Van Noort now is up. 2 men down.
Fastest pitch Manning's thrown today, 73 miles an hour. Maybe he just needed that one run. Get behind by 1, and I'll show you.
Guerrero strikes out, so there's 2 strikeouts in the inning. That ball misses away. Washington down 1-0, but this is a Washington team that in the regionals hit .416 and is very capable of scoring. Boy, he got around on that fastball, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yes, Washington can score, and the fact that Bo Orlando is starting this game, I don't expect him to pitch very long into the game, but he's not a top-notch pitcher for this Texas team. They could get right back in the bottom half of the first.
The 1-2 to Mason Van Noort. The ball misses. May, as he's known by his teammates, he was on the mound for each of the last 2 championship games, the states and the regionals, as Bobby